Hello. My first video, well, my second video in Melbourne. My first video after having settled at least a little bit in Melbourne. So far, so good, I think. Yeah, I'd say so. The first 3 days, I woke up into just a pool of anxiety. I'm living in a hostel with like 40 people, sharing a room with 7 other guys. I don't really have my own space in that room. Of course, I have my bed. I should meditate sitting on the toilet, not actually having a shit, just sat on the toilet seat. I'm not saying that to be pretentious or spiritual. It's just that is a factor, a real factor that, detracts from the living experience. There's a jellyfish down there. I think, yeah, it's like upside down. Can I zoom in on this? No, I can't. There's no point in showing it then. Oh, there's multiple jellyfish. Can you see that shit? You can't see shit, can you? No, you can't see shit. Oh yeah, here I am. There's a lighthouse, there's a sun setting, and there's Melbourne. CBD is somewhere there. Maybe a bit farther out, I don't know. This is nice. I'm at St Kilda. It's nice. So yeah, the first couple of days, the day I fucking got there, so I got there on the Thursday morning early I got there. I went straight to, what did I do? Go to Medicare, go to a bank, I went to the gym, got a day trial. Spoke to some people, felt an underlying sense of anxiety. I felt a sense of immediacy that I needed to get something done, something needed to change. By the second day, so my first full day, I was looking for properties. I spent a good time applying. I got my Medicare done. I was doing my banking stuff, my tax file number, probably something else as well. I think there are 4 things I need to do. Saturday, so the day before yesterday, I believe I spent pretty much the whole day applying for jobs, doing my CV, cover letter, made my cover letters, applying for jobs, arrived like 25, applying for loads of properties, requesting inspections. Sunday morning, I believe yesterday, I got a response from this guy called Mars. Very interesting name, pretty cool name. He said, yeah, I can view it today. So I went and viewed it yesterday. I had a long walk, I think the most, from tracking anyway, and in city, I'd say definitely the most I've ever walked, just over 51,000 steps. My legs are aching. Yes, no shit. I also sent emails off to the University of Melbourne, the philosophy department, just asking if they could provide some resources, some information regarding studying philosophy over here, like without paying, non-academic, academically, but you know what I mean, just inquiring like what is there to do, what could I do, and shit. And then yeah, I went to the property, I had a walk down to this place called the suburb called St Kilda, which is very nice, very chilled, laid back. Today I got an email from a lecturer saying I can sit in on the lecture. So I went to a philosophy lecture. It's actually the first day of term, first day of the school year. So they have their semesters reversed. So they start in like March, obviously, and finish probably, November, December. Whereas we start, because the summers are upside down. I'm in upside down world. I'm on 20% of battery, fantastic. No, go away battery saver. And yeah, so I went there today and I had a walk to St Kilda again. I met my future roommate, Antonio, dope guy, Mars, dope guy. Had banter, which was fucking good. Total conversation I've had like less than an hour. Already having banter and shit, and verging on probably, what do we say, a couple of dodgy racist jokes. Are they racist? I don't know. Something like that. It's borderline, dodgy jokes, which is good for someone you barely know. So yeah, it was good. Now I'm going to have a wander back into town. I'm now here for the sunset. I feel relaxed. You might be able to tell it from my demeanour, my voice. I felt it yesterday after I viewed the property. I felt like a relief. That was what it was. I felt a release of tension. I went and meditated on the beach yesterday, and when I started meditating, I started to feel the anxiety come back, and then afterward, it soothed out, and I had a really fantastic walk back home last night. I listened to 1,000 Gex for the 8th time or something like that, and I was like singing along to myself in the street, using my hands to go along with the words and beat, you know what I mean. And I had a taste of not giving a fuck, which I haven't had it for a long time. And yeah, I felt a bit of relief. Next is obviously getting a job, which is gonna, it's a process. I've got my white card, which is like the training you need for getting work for construction and labour and stuff. So I've got that Wednesday. Tomorrow, I don't know what I've got. I've got my bank to do. I'm going to get that done because I've tried 3 other banks and it's just arduous and going nowhere. They want these papers, want stuff sending off to them in the post, yada yada yada, proof of residence with a bill, etc. So I'm just going to go to a Commonwealth bank, which is not as ethical, but I've just done trying with other ones. What else? That's about it. 7 minutes talking about general update shit, and yeah, I don't want to get too comfortable because I can imagine this place. Oh well. First of all, I'm like 5 minutes from the botanical gardens of St Kilda, which look beautiful. I haven't gone to them because I wanted to see the sunset on the beach. Look great. It seems like a pretty chill area. I've got my own room, queen size bed, enough room. I've got my desk. So yeah, people jog around here. It's very active. It looks beautiful. There are fucking palm trees. There's a barbecue area just behind me where people you just press a button and there's a hot plate, hot, and you just cook. You just bring your shit and just press and you start cooking on the beach. Awesome. Yeah, so it's not an apprehension, but I need to ensure that I don't get too comfortable, which I don't think I can, because you get a taste of your potential and what you can reach, and if you start getting comfortable and just like getting sedentary, then the anxiety comes back, which is good. That anxiety, that rational anxiety. So yeah, I think if I move and I actually find a place which is like congruent to my personality, I don't think that's a bad thing. It's not comfortable in the sense of I'm just gouging out on food. It's as comfortable in the sense that this environment is more conducive to my personality, which is important, and it's something I've been looking for a while. So yeah, that's positive, and hopefully, I start feeling like I'm worthy of happiness and contentment. For so long, it seems like I've been striving for this feeling of fulfillment and meaning, and now there perhaps, I'm not saying there is, but there is perhaps the opportunity for me to experience something of a fulfilling life. And I felt this yesterday when I was walking down the promenade. I got this taste from going to this property, this taste of, I could be happy here. I could be not happy, but I don't like that word. I could feel some contentment here, and I felt like, okay, are you worth? Like a feeling of like, well, this isn't you. This is you're so used to being like striving for happiness that you shouldn't be able to reach it. And I had to like really observe that emotion, because that's quite dangerous. It could just lead to blackness and darkness and nothingness and pain and suffering. So I'm going to push through and try to be content, and by that I mean, yes, using the desk pretty much purely for study and reading. I want to read philosophy and study it. I had an idea today about memoirs, which I really believe has a lot of weight, potential weight. So I'm going to think more on that. But yeah, I think if I could find something akin to happiness, contentment, that'll be dope. And if I can continue, well, if I can begin reading more and following these genuine passions and meeting more people and meeting intelligent people who challenge me intellectually and whatever, meet people who challenge me physically and push myself to jog and go to a gym maybe or whatever, that'd be fucking awesome. Yeah, 10 minutes, and that's the sunset. It's pretty much about to set, and yeah, this is there's people, and yeah, catch you around.